Good morning, folks. It's a nice chilly morning here at Randolph County. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. It's March 30th, 2020. It's my second day here in Randolph County. Last night was pretty much uneventful during the night. Didn't hear anything or nothing come around the vehicle that I know of. But I'm still going to get out and check out the area a little bit. Check out the apples I put out, which from right here I can see there's one still hanging. We scraped footprint traps into the ground, which is basically scraping up the ground to make it softer to see if anything steps in it. So I'm gonna check all those out and give a little hike around for a little while. If I don't find anything, then probably end up heading home. Well, I've checked most of the footprint traps, as you can see right here, just to give you an idea what happens when you step in it. That's where my foot, it leaves a pretty good impression. I put one larger one beside my van. There's nothing in it. So far, nothing in any of them that I've checked. So I'm gonna hike out that way a little ways. That's where the apples are at. I know one apple's still hanging. I can see it from here. But I'll check that area out a little bit. If I find anything, I'll definitely let you guys know. Well, there's one of the apples. It's still here. The other one is about 100 feet from it. Right there. I was kind of hoping something took an apple. As much as I've heard about this area, I was hoping something would have took it. Hopefully I can find something. If not, it's been a good trip to come up and spend some time with a friend and have a look around the area I haven't been to yet. I've had a little bit of a look around here where I stayed last night. I haven't found any footprints, any so-called tree structures or anything like that. Haven't heard any noises this morning. I just looked around on the knob right here where I stayed. The valley below me here is pretty steep. I'm by myself, so I'm not going to venture down over that. So I'm going to have a look around in a couple other areas where Daniel was telling me about. I'll drive to them. As far as right now, I'm a little bit disappointed. Because I know there's been several sightings here, or supposed sightings, and I did find my print in January. I found it, probably 20 miles from here, maybe. But if they exist, maybe one day me or somebody else will find one and prove it. But as right now, I can't do that. I was getting ready to say I haven't found anything. But can you guys hear that wood knocking? I don't know if I can switch the camera around to point it in that direction. I'll just flip my phone. was coming from that area over there. Boy, I hope that picked up. I was just getting ready to do a video saying that I went to a couple other spots Daniel was telling me about, and I hadn't found anything. And all of a sudden, as I started the video, I started hearing this wood knock to my left. I hope that picked up. Well, other than that, I didn't find anything else. I didn't find any footprints. The tree breaks I did find, I think, are more storm related and snow load related. I don't know what that was. It's definitely like it was knocking. Maybe I'll do a couple whoop calls. Whoop! I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'll be right back so I can point it in that direction. Okay. Right over in that area is where I heard the wood knocking. I'm hopeful that picked up. Woo! And for those that you probably will ask, no, Daniel's not here. I'm all by myself. Daniel left last night. Boy, I hope that picked up. There's a little access road below me here that goes out in that area. Maybe I'll take a walk out through there. Have a look. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got my backpack on. Put my pistol on my side. This is the access road leading to where I just heard the knocking. Not sure what it was. I don't believe it was a woodpecker. It just didn't have the right sound. It wasn't that normal woodpecker sound, which is pretty rapid. This actually had like a, I don't want, maybe like a cadence to it or like a rhythm to it. So I'm gonna cautiously walk out this road a little bit. It is pretty wet on the road. I walked out the road just a little bit. Up in that area is somewhere up in there is where I heard the wood knocks. It's nice and wet here. Let's see if I can find any footprints. I did find, to me they look like most likely shoe prints where somebody's walked. I'm not going to jump on those and say those are anything else other than that. As you can see, there's another one there. All I know that wood knocking was different. I don't believe it was wind related. It just, or it would probably continue to be. Another footprint. I don't see any toe marks though. To me, they look more like shoe prints. They're not very big. Several more. I'm gonna say that, like I said, I'm gonna say those are shoe prints. From where I was at doing the video where I heard the wood knocks, it sounded like it came from up in this area. I'm gonna continue to have a look around. If I find anything, I'll definitely, take pictures, record it, so y'all can see it. I've walked around a bit in the area where I heard that wood knocking. Nothing else has happened. So if it was wind related, I thought it should continue, but it hasn't. Like I said, definitely did not sound like a woodpecker. Didn't find anything else other than, to me, looks like just shoe prints in the soft dirt and water here. They're not very big. I don't see any toe tracks with them. It almost looks like a shoe, maybe a boot, but they've been washed out a little bit. So the imprint of the boot is probably gone by now. That was definitely an interesting occurrence. That made the whole trip to me worthwhile. I was a little disappointed at first, and I was getting ready to make a video ending the trip, and as soon as I started recording, I started hearing it. And I listened back just a little bit ago, and I'm glad it picked up on the camera. I made it back to my car. I kind of come down a little bit of a different trail coming down. I still come down the road, but just picked a different spot in the road. Didn't see any of the other footprints other than the boot prints or shoe prints that were there. That knocking was definitely a highlight for the trip. And I'm glad I came. I was a little disappointed at first, but I'm glad I came now. Okay, something else interesting just happened. I just got back to my car, and as you can see, there, and look, there's a handprint on the top of my car. What's interesting is it doesn't look like it disturbed the dust much. It almost looks like mud on my car. I don't have any mud on me. And that's clear on the top of my hatch in my van. So it almost looked like something put its hand there. And if you look, that looks like smeared mud from hair. I'm a little baffled by this, because you can see where I touched earlier putting my hatch back down. Did something come down to my car while I was up in the woods? I mean, I can't tell any footprints. I've been walking around there. I walked around a little bit and didn't notice until I was getting ready to get in the back of the car. Tad bit strange. Interesting. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Well, folks, it's time for me to end my 2-day adventure in Randolph County. I got about 2.5 hour drive home. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments of the wood knocks I caught, or possible wood knocks, and strange prints on the back of my car. I'd love to hear what y'all have to say. Thank you very much. It's on to the next adventure.